Community lost one of its greats this week. Adrian Levno rejoins us. Boyd Grant left quite a legacy throughout the West, didn't he?
He sure did, Dylan. Legendary basketball coach Boyd Grant passed away on Monday at the age of 87. Grant left a huge legacy behind at Fresno State, Colorado State, and the state of Idaho.
Well, I think the history of CSI and the famous coaches that have coached here. Our goal is to win a national championship, and Boyd set that standard high.
Boyd Grant coached 3 seasons at the College of Southern Idaho, winning a national championship in 1976.
I would say he's a legend because we would be talking about him now if he wasn't, had that type of reputation. He was a no-nonsense guy, and he believed in practice, and practice makes perfect, and we did it till we got it right.
Grant left CSI to coach Fresno State, where he won 194 games and an NIT championship.
The NIT title was a big deal back when Boyd was at Fresno State, and for them to take Fresno State to a national championship, that was unbelievable.
After retiring from coaching in 1991, Grant lived in Pocatello and attended plenty of Idaho State basketball games.
Yeah, he's a guy who's, from here. He's from Southeast Idaho, North Gem. And, it's kind of cool to have someone who is so influential in men's basketball who's right from your own backyard. He was very supportive of us, and I always had his ear. If I needed something, I'd call him up, and he was always very gracious to talk to me.
If they find out my dad's Boyd Grant, just the genuine sincerity of how they felt about him and the love that they had for Dad was super impactful.
And Adrian, you went to Fresno State. You grew up in that area. So what did he mean to that campus and that community?
I heard a lot of stories from my dad about him, and he really showed that Fresno State can be a national name. His legacy is always a benchmark for new coaches who come to the Bulldogs program. I could fill the whole show with stories, but my favorite is when Kevin and Boyd Grant went to the Jazz Bulls finals game in 1998, and that was the first time Kevin says his dad was a real fan and was in awe of Michael Jordan.
I was hoping he'd root for the Jazz. But
he is a big Jazz fan, but Michael Jordan is one of those guys that...
Yeah, everyone's kind of an on.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Adrian.